All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with everybody you know in your list. Please let me know if my microphone is doing good, and if you have a problem, just let me know. We noticed that each time we speak about the Quran, the Muslims get so upset, and you know, like yesterday we have Abdul who called me and he is very upset because I was reading a verse in the Quran where it says, Allah, he said that you are allowed to eat in the house of your father, if you remember. So, and it says you are allowed to eat in your house. And he was screaming at us, he was upset, and he was calling me names. You know, all of this because I was saying, why we need God to say to us such a statement? What the point? Why we need this God to say that to us? So yesterday, one of the Abdul, he called and he is so upset because simply what we said is really hitting the nerve. It's making Islam look stupid, for it is stupid. Let us see together what this guy he said, just as a start. House. I mean, since when eating in your house is a crime?
What verse is this?
This is chapter 24, verse number 61. Let us see. All right. Anyway, my friend, let us see if we can take more Abdul. And thank you for calling. Next time, change your name to Adam, so the Muslims will get to see where this guy. Do you know in India what happened?
Christianity. That's the same guy. He just talked to you.
Okay. Let us assume that he is.
That's how dumb you are.
Okay.
He just showed that.
Just to show you how stupid what you are saying. You just admitted that you cannot refute me, and people are leaving Islam. Thank you very much. Now, can you refute me in that point?
Yeah, I'm going to refute you. Yesterday you made a lie, right? You said something about eating at home or eating at your cousins or your friends, right? You try to make fun of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't know, you don't know. You are just making yourself look so stupid.
Well,
you don't know what was going on in your own country, in your own zone. Listen to me.
Okay, let us see.
How
stupid. Hold on. You see,
I'm tired of you not listening.
Are you calling to fight or you are calling to answer?
I'm calling because I'm tired of you not listening.
I'm asking you then. What kind of God he says? What kind of God he says you can eat in your home? Explain to us.
Okay, we'll explain to you.
What?
Yes, I will. If you listen, you shut your damn mouth. I will explain it to you.
Speak with respect, otherwise I will insult your prophet. I warn you. Each time you insult me, I will insult your prophet. So don't bring insult your prophet.
Me. I'm tired of being respected.
I don't care if you respect me or not. Speak nicely so we can talk. What kind of God? Answer. You see, you're a coward. You will never answer. You will give me a speech. What kind of God? He says, if you are blind, you can eat in your home. If you are sick, you can eat in your home. Go ahead. Go ahead, answer.
What? You said what?
What kind of God? He says, no blame is there upon you. A blind, no blame. If there is somebody is lame, no blame. If somebody is sick, no blame upon yourself if you eat in your home. Do we need a verse from God to say it's okay to eat in our home?
Okay. Do you know that as of today, if you go to India, some people do not eat together? Did you know that?
Abdul.
As of today, listen to me. Just yes or no.
No. Just wait. First of all, hold on. Let me show you how stupid you are. First of all, this is speaking about you can eat in your home. If you are blind, if you are sick, if you are lame. No, you get from here first. Start from here. What kind of God he need to teach you that you can eat in your home? Start, please.
Yes, it just didn't start by that. It ended up by that. It said you can eat to your cousins, to your mothers, to your fathers. It didn't start by that. Start where don't lie.
Where the blind, he is allowed to eat before Islam. You see, he's accusing me. I am lying. It doesn't start by that. It does not start by that. It does, you idiot. Secondly, when you say that, do you know that in India people don't eat together until now? That is stupid. Same time, the verse in the front of us says you can eat together and you can eat apart. So he agreed with the Indian. So what the point? Like, he did not correct them. And this is what the verse was given to people in India. So look how angry they get the second we start showing them how silly this Quran is. Very silly. And because they cannot answer it, they have no idea what to say, they get so angry, so aggressive, and they start calling us names. Now here, because we mentioned this verse, I remember a verse in the Quran which is showing us that Muhammad is nothing but a scam. If you go in this verse in the Quran here as an example, chapter 15 verse number 95, the verse says, and this is a translation in front of you which is not really accurate, it says inna kafaynaka al-mustahzi'in, we stop those who made fun of you. Did he? Did Allah stop those who made fun of him? So what's happening here then? If Allah, we can change the translation for you, Abdul, if you like. If you don't like this translation, we can choose different Abdul. Let us see different Abdul. Let us see Hilali and Khan. Truly, we suffice you against scoffers. Supposedly we are the scoffers. Did that happen? No, my Skype is not open, guys. I don't wanna fight and shout. I'm still not totally recovered, so I prefer not, give it a few days. Allah protect Muhammad from those who made fun of him. Is that true? In his time, no. In our time, no. So what this verse is about? And what about making fun of this God himself? If you read any verses in the Quran, any chapter, I mean, you will find, like this chapter we are reading from now, I mean, it's very silly, it's very stupid. Like, look, I just go a few verses. Verily your Lord is all-knowing creator. He is all-knowing creator. But yet your Lord, who is all-knowing creator, in the chapter of Al-Anfal, he said to them, if 100 of you can fight 1,000, then the verse after it, it says that Allah now, he knew that you have a weakness, so he lightened your task. So 100 can fight 200. Allah, the all-knowing, the creator, he did not know how he created the baby. We gave you 7 repeated verses in the Quran. Actually, by the way, this is in the translation here, but the Muslims until now do not know really what those are 7 repeated, or what is that? Nobody knows. Everybody making his own guess. And then you look at the verse after it, you ask yourself, what does verse before have to do with this verse after, have to do with this verse after? Look not with your eyes. What? See, I am indeed plain warner, as we have sent down on the dividers. What does that mean? And then they put between two bracket Croatia. How people even will know that? What is that? And then we send the Quran into parts. Into parts. Muhammad, when I explain why his book is not a book, why he is like it's coming like here, there, you know. I mean, you read whatever you read in this book, you will find that there's nothing there makes sense. Nothing makes sense. The more we read about this Quran, you see, what make Muslims upset is reading their book. If you don't read their book, this is why Umar ibn Khattab, he forbid the Christians from teaching their children the Quran, so they will not see how silly, stupid this religion is. Just say Shahada, convert to Islam. You do not need to know. And because this verse making them upset, we need to know why it's making them upset. The answer is very simple. This guy, he gets so upset because he found that really this is stupid verse and it make Islam look horrible. A God, he is saying to us, no blame upon you if you are blind to eat in your home. What is that? No blame upon you if you are lame to eat in your home. No blame upon you if you are sick to eat in your home. And then they call us and they call us names and they are so upset. But you know, we are just asking question, what kind of God he made such a verse? There's no way that God is the one who came with this. What kind of God he says it's okay to eat in your houses? I mean, what people they eat where? Or to eat in the house of your father, or to eat in the house of your mother, or the house of your sister. What does that mean? I mean, people for centuries and thousands of years, they eat in their houses. Where they eat? In the restaurants? I mean, if we don't eat in our houses, where we will eat? Imagine Allah, he make a verse that says it's okay to pee in your house. I mean, what is that? It's okay to sleep in your house. Imagine here it says it's not a sin. It's not a sin. It's not a sin. How in the world we come to this you know, to this madness? Since when people believe it's a sin to eat in their house? Look at this. It's not sin if you eat alone or apart. You know, like this can be accepted if this God, he just created us yesterday and we do not know what to do. We can where, sleep where, eat where, you know, like we are just we are toys came out of the manufacturer, and this is the first day of Adam in earth. He do not know what to do. He's just a caveman. He don't know anything. Muhammad, he came, and there's kingdoms, there's empires, there's families, there's children's, there's tribes, even there is, you know, already people they knew what sister mean, people they knew already what father mean, or people, it's not we are coming from zero and this guy he is teaching us. We are not monkeys in the zoo. You are teaching us we can eat together. No sin shall it be for you whether you eat together or apart. I mean, is that the 10 commandment of Islam? Is that the 10 commandment God he gave to Moses, but this is the version of Islam? And the 10 commandment says no blame upon you if you are blind to eat in your house. This is the 10 commandment now. No blame upon you if you are lame to eat in your house. No blame upon you if you are sick to eat. What they will eat? If a sick, he don't eat in his house, where he will eat? I mean, what do you mean no blame? So we have 10 commandment. Muhammad, he have commandment too. I mean, here we go. God, he is talking to him. Actually, he never talked to him. Send him Jibreel. And now he is giving him extremely important information. It's not a sin if you eat alone. And since I spoke about this verse, the Muslim made thousands of videos to attack me, but they cannot refute. You will see just attacking Christian Prince. You see, the thing the Muslim they do, they cannot find a solution for the problem. So what they do, they attack the person. And look at this idiot. He come with an idea saying, well, in India, there's people don't eat together. So what? Still, Allah, he agree with them. He says it's okay to eat together or not to eat. He did not say to them, you cannot do that. So, and let us say for the sake of argument, there is somebody don't want to eat with anyone, or a group of people, they want to eat individual alone. So, is that sin? Since when that is a sin? I mean, what is that? Look what the verse saying. It's no sin. Any verse in the Quran, if you read it carefully, we will see it's a joke. Chapter of An-Nur. If you read it carefully, you will see that this is a very funny chapter. Like I made before a video about this verse as an example. Allah divided, you see, Allah is all-knowing. I mean, what you can say? If Allah is all-knowing, you shut up. Allah created every animal of water. Of them is a kind that goes upon its belly. By the way, fast translation, it doesn't say it goes upon their belly. It says yemshi, which means walk. An animal who do that, we cannot say in Arabic walk. Even in English, you say creep, correct? If an animal, he is creeping, we say creep. The Quran using the wrong word. In Arabic, it says here in front of me, yemshi. There's a guy, he said, oh, yemshi mean he move. That's false. Yemshi from min masha. He walk, not he move. So some of them, yemshi, he walk in his belly. Nice to meet you. They are not walking in their belly. They are creeping. Arabic, we have the word zahaf or yazhaf. And the kind which is goes upon two legs. Okay, so now we have the first kind, which is walk in their belly according to the Quran, but it's a mistake in Arabic. It should be creep. And the other kind is walk in two legs. Okay, and there's a kind which walk in four. That's it. Why you want to watch Discovery Channel anymore? Allah told us what he created. There are three kinds of a creation. The kind walk in its belly, and the kind which is walking in two legs, and the kind walking four. That's it. Allah never heard of something called a spider, never heard of something called ants, never heard of something. I mean, what is that? What this guy is talking about? What 2, 3, 4? What is that? Here we have one of two explanation. Either Allah is saying that I am the one who created only those things and the rest I bought them from the mall. Like this is my copyright made. You know, I'm the one who made those things. Walking 2 and 3, walking 2 and you know, what is that? So when we question those crazy stuff, the Muslims get upset. The same chapter, Allah claimed that He sent hail from mountains in heaven. Have you ever heard of smart God like this? Hail in mountains in heaven. And the Muslim in their translation, they try to make it look nice, look different, like from mountains, cloud like mountains, but doesn't say cloud like mountain. It's a lie. It says min jibarin fiha wa yunzilu min as-samai min jibarin fiha, and we send from the sky, from mountains in it, hail, so He hit with it whoever He wish. That's God. And this is just in one chapter in the Quran. We did not go in details in every chapter yet. You cannot read to Muslims their Quran. They feel insulted because they knew that it's funny and it's not right. The Muslim, they say to us that Allah is nothing like Him. How many of you heard before the Muslim saying nothing like Allah? And actually there's a verse in the Quran saying that, correct? Nothing like Allah. And we cannot compare Allah to anything. This is what they say to us. It's haram. Okay, well, so why Allah compare Himself even to an olive tree and a candle? If we cannot compare Allah to anything, how Allah He compare Himself to objects? Read with me carefully. Allah is the light of the heaven and the earth. He is the same as His light, the same as a niche wherein there is a lamp, and the lamp is in a glass, and the glass is where is a shining star. The lamp is kindled from the blessed trees, an olive, neither of east nor in the west. I mean, if this is not Allah comparing Himself to object, what is comparing? He Himself describing Himself. He Himself comparing Himself to a candle light up by olive oil from an olive tree. And yet they say to you, you cannot compare Allah to any object. Allah, He say He have hands. They get, we show them that Allah have hands. They get upset. He is the one who said He have hands, and the Muslim scholars, they agree. He have hands. He have foot. He have face. Yeah, He's a physical being. All those verses, there's no use for them. Look at this. Bad women for bad men. Bad women for bad women. Anyone notice here what the problem? Anyone notice what is the problem here? Bad men for bad women and bad women for bad men. Muhammad, he said, if you remember, Had not of Eve, women would have never betrayed their husbands. So what Muhammad is saying, women, Eve is bad, right? Obvious. And finally, the Muslim, they say that the Bible blame Eve for the sin of Adam, and in fact it's the opposite in Islam. It's Islam who do that, not us. And Muhammad here, he don't mention Adam. He says, if not Eve, no woman betray her husband. Okay, so Eve, she was a bad woman. Remember, the Muslim believed that Adam was a prophet, correct? Now what is the connection with this? Anyone notice what the connection now? What is the mistake? I just gave you a hint. What is the mistake? Who wanna help me? Anybody? What is the mistake in this verse? No, that's mean that prophets are bad, correct? Because bad men marry bad women, and bad women, they marry bad men. In the Quran, Aisha and Hafsa, she have a strike against Muhammad, and Allah, he accused them that they became kuffar. Sagat aymanahum. It says in Arabic, sagat, which means their heart became like kuffar. Those are the wives of Muhammad. The wives of Muhammad been threatened by Allah. If you don't stop attacking the Prophet, Allah will defend him. And this is very funny verse too, very lame. I mean, look at this verse. Muhammad, you have a fight with two women, and then Allah is involved, the angel Jibreel, the believers, all the angels. I mean, it's like a war. The end of the time. It's two women fighting their husband. Do we need Allah and the angels and every righteous believer? What is that? And here it says that obviously those two women, they are not being good. For two women, they should be obedience to their husband, especially he's a prophet. But because they are not obedience, things became so crazy to the point Muhammad, he have to create a verse saying that this is coming from Allah, and if you stop going against me, Allah. And after that, actually, he even threatened them that he is going to exchange them. Allah will exchange the wives for him. He will send them to back to eBay, and he will get back brand new wives. Do you see it? It may be if he divorces you, that his Lord will give him instead of you wives better than you. So things are getting really worse. We are almost divorced. Okay. Now we go to this verse here. If a bad woman marry bad men, and bad men marry bad women, so Muhammad was a bad man. And here there is something stupid too. If a man he marry a woman and his wife she cheating in him, who is the bad here? How we can say bad man marry bad women? If a woman she is a good woman and she marry a man and he cheat on her, how we can say good women marry good husbands? If this verse is accurate, that's mean all those who bad, they should not have a spouse who is good. Do we agree, guys? Based on this verse, you can change the translation. By the way, I know the translation is kind of confusing, but what you can do, I mean, welcome to Muhammad religion. Everything there is shish kebab, but falafel. Look, this guy, he make it impure. Women impure are for men impure, and men impure for women impure, and women of a purity are for men of a purity, and men of a purity. I mean, do you need to repeat this? I mean, it's like a joke. But how this can be true? Guys, Is what I'm saying logical that this cannot be true? How many of us we experience in our life that you have a spouse, or a family, or even your parents, or it doesn't matter. I mean, always there is somebody between them, is the bad and the good. There's no way that a woman, she is good, she always going to marry a good man. It's impossible. Even the funny Quran says that the wives of Lut, let us go there. Chapter 66, verse number 10. And here you notice why the Muslims, they are scared really to have a debate with me, because we know all the laundry is inside. Allah, okay, Allah, he want to mention to us the story of two bad women. Who are they? The wife of Noah and the wife of Lut. Okay, that's mean Noah and Lut are bad. Remember, Lut in Islam is not like in the Bible. Lut in the Bible isn't a prophet. In Islam is a prophet. You just told me that bad women will marry bad men, and now you are saying to me that the prophet of Allah, his name is Noah, and the other one, his name is Lut, their wives, they betrayed him. Do you see it, guys? Do you notice with me how this is funny and silly? Bad women marry bad men. I mean, this is the most stupid wisdom ever I heard. No, that's not true. Bad women, they marry bad men, and good women, they marry good men, and good men, they marry good women. Well, look around you. Why people, they we hear of cheating, and even sometimes even killing. What are you talking about? So the Muslims, they get so upset when you start reading and using your brain. The Quran is a wonderful book as long as you are a silly, stupid idiot. You don't want to use your brain, that's fine. You're good. You're good to go. Okay, I'm a good man, so that's it. That there is no way I will marry a bad woman. Who said that? Who said that? Who is the silly, stupid? He said that. Any Muslim here disagree that this is silly and this is not right? You see, we are not even studying the Quran. We are just reading here and there. I mean, just from the chapter 24. All of this garbage in chapter 24. Do you see this chapter 24? Is a garbage. It's just in one page. All this craziness is in one page in the Quran. So how in the world we can accept that this is a book of God saying that bad women marry from bad men, and good men, they marry from good women? That's not true. This is not reality. This is fiction, and this is stupid. Actually, most of the time what happened is the opposite, and I will explain to you. If a woman, and I speak about Middle Eastern, I'm a Middle Eastern, I can't speak really about different, even though like I live in America, but I don't really too much associate. I don't have like family, friends, etc. So I cannot really talk about American society as society. I'm not too much heavily involved in the society. In the Middle East, if a girl, she don't put too much makeup, and let us make it simple. And I will say it as it is. You know me, I don't make sugarcoat. If she is not a whore, nobody notice her. If she is not literally a whore, nobody even will think about marrying her. This is how it is in the Middle East. Rarely you will find good men who care for finding a woman who is not that kind. If you don't expose your skin, even now, nobody is noticing you. If a woman today, she says she is virgin, she is 30 years old and she is still virgin, they will make fun of her. She will become the joke. What good men for bad women? What are you talking about? If you go in the Middle East, you see a Muslim woman, she is wearing hijab, but she have 10 kilograms of makeup. And the Muslim women, they use something that's called, I don't know what the name in English. It's have a very poison material, but it make the skin very smooth. It's like will make you like look like you are born yesterday. So they use this local makeup. It make their faces very white, and it make their skin extremely smooth. But what this makeup does, it damages your face. So when you are in the age of 50, you will look like you are 80. So you will see a woman after they get married, you know, and then after that they stop putting this makeup, how badly they look like. So in order to get a husband, you have to put this makeup, because you have to look, you know, you have to draw your eyes, you have to make your eyes look big, you have to wear tight clothes so the man, he will see your bum, and the man will notice that you have a big breast. Simply, you're acting like a whore now. You're trying to sell out your body. This is how it is. So to get the attention of the male, as if you are in the wood, in the jungle. And the good man, he is the same as the rest of the men. He's a man, same as the bad man. He get attracted by sex and sexual appetite. Oh, this woman, she is beautiful, she have a nice body. The good man, he see the same as the bad man too. He have eyes, he have a desire. What does have to do? Bad men marry bad women. There's bad men, there's bad women everywhere, and there's no way that the Quran here is speaking about wisdom. And you know, for sure, like some people don't agree with me about what I say. This is your opinion. For me, I believe that women, when they expose themselves, like, you know, I mean, for me, I find it really not right. Because if I'm, or like, you know, in the world today, there's a culture of size. You know, size does matter. Like I heard, there's an Israeli billionaire. He died in the clinic because they're trying to increase the size of his penis. I mean, look at this idiot. He's a billionaire. He's a businessman, very successful, and now there is something missing. He wanted to have a big penis. I mean, how silly, how stupid a human being is. Or a woman, she spent her saving and she's working like a donkey, you know, for 2 years, and then she want to have a big breast. Why? Because society did fool us. They made everybody believe that this is what a beauty and this is what is really good, and now everybody want to get that. It's a product. A human being, he lost his dignity, and he decide not to accept how he is created, and he thought, or he think now, that men, they will like women who have big breast. Well, I like cows. I mean, what's wrong with you if you have a smaller breast? You are not a female no more. And if a man he marry you because you have a big breast, or he go out with you because of your breast, well, tomorrow he will find bigger ones, a balloon. Tomorrow your neighbor, she will pump some silicone inside her breast and she will have bigger ones, and then he will stop looking at you. If this is the kind of the man you want to be with. So everything these days is upside down. Where is the bad men and where is the good women? Where is what are we talking about? Then for sure not to forget to mention the risk and the danger of what you do and the money you spend. And for what? God, he made us, and for every one of us he made someone fit for us. Trust me, you can, you can find somebody fit for you. And if a person he want to marry you because of something you have which is physical, well, he will leave you for something physical too, because he never loved you. Physical is physical. You are pretty today, tomorrow you will not be. You will get older. Don't ever marry a man like this. The same he like you for you have whatever you have now, tomorrow he will like someone she have better one, because still you will not stay, even you are the most beautiful girl in town. Tomorrow you will get older, a few years from now, and somebody will replace you. But here we have a problem, and the problem is that the Muslims, they come to us and they say that this is God and God is speaking wisdom. And then when you read this wisdom, we don't find wisdom, we find wiz and dumb. Wiz in Arabic is a ducks. It's a dumb duck. And you will notice even the Quran is involved in this agenda. Have you ever heard of a God he speak that he will give you women in the heaven, they have big boobs? So the culture of big boobs is heavily involved in Islam too. I mean, what kind of God? This is chapter 78 verse number 33. So now every Muslim, he want to get big boobs. Do you see it, or I'm making things up? What is the wisdom of God to say to us, I will give you women and he will describe for us the size of their breast? And then we find Muhammad, he described for us that the penis of the man will never sleep. And in another story it says an endless penis, which is I don't find it like a reward. Imagine, I don't want to go to heaven. I mean, if you have a tail, you can drag it behind you, but if you had an endless penis in the front of you, how you can walk with it? Imagine, close your eyes and imagine somebody, a man, he have an endless penis, and his penis is not coming behind him because it's not a tail, it's in front of you. How you can walk with it? What is the reward about it? You live in New York and your penis now in China, and the police there, they are giving you a ticket because you are disturbing the traffic. How you can control this penis? Endless penis, why? Your wife is next to you in the couch, and now your penis will make you turn? Hey penis, where are you? I am in the galaxy number 7. Are you coming back soon? I have no idea. So the culture of the devil, I believe, for me, I believe this is all is a devilish culture. The devil want to make you believe that having a big penis, big breast, big, this is the best. And in fact, by the way, enjoying sexuality have nothing to do with how small or big the women or the man. That's stupid. But you are what you believe. If you believe in that, that's it. The second you start believing in this garbage, you are part of this garbage. And even Muhammad, he promised the Muslims that every woman in heaven, she will have a 1 mile ass. What I will do with 1 mile ass? I mean, what's wrong with the ass the women she have today? Okay, you made her ass as big. Still, it's an ass. May Allah ask you. Big ass, huge ass, small ass. What the difference? It's still at the end of the day, it's an ass. What I will do with this ass? She's a volcano. I will open like a Disneyland and do hiking over the ass of my wife in heaven. She is so smooth. I challenge you to hike it. What this 1 mile ass for? If my wife ass is 1 mile, will you have to increase my size? Otherwise, I will be a mosquito. She fought at me, she kill me. And now, if you increase my size, that means nothing changed. Still the same, because size is relative. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? What is the point? That's stupid. Where is wisdom in this religion? Where is God? There's no godly talk. There's no wise. There's no wisdom. There's no dignity. And all what we see is a satanic promises trying to tempt us to do something. In the same verse, here is Allah is making a threat. Allah will send them to hell. Allah will burn you. Allah will kill you. And then Allah, but if you believe in me, hold on. If you believe in me, I will give you very women who have a very beautiful boobs. What is that? So now I will believe in Allah because you want to give me a woman with boobs, and you will give me full cup. I'm so glad it's not half cup. I mean, imagine you go to heaven and you find that your cup is half, not full. How disappointing. So Allah, he promised you it's a full cup. Or what about Allah? He promised us in heaven that we will have a bracelet. Bracelet? All those verses about a bracelet. You believe it? What do you want more? Look, look at the accessory Allah will give you in heaven. What is that? Finally, I will get the bracelet for free. And it's made from gold. In the heaven of Allah, there is silk. Look like Allah, he cannot come with something better. Silk. This is the man-made silk. We take it from the worm. The worm does not really make silk. I mean, as a clothes, we make it. Can't you bring something better? Can't you use imagination? Wherever we go in this book, we find that it's silly, it's stupid, it doesn't make sense. Garden of Eden. Are we still in the Garden of Eden? What Garden of Eden? Muhammad, he will send us to Garden of Eden. But Garden of Eden is not in heaven. Garden of Eden is, it was down on earth. What kind of heaven? I will go to the mall. Give me a credit card, have a good money in it, and I will get all those things. What silk? What are you talking about? I do not need to go to heaven. Have you ever heard of a God? He promised me a couch in heaven. Hmm? What do you want more? Allah will give you a couch. The Muslim, they get upset for we are reading how stupid this. Look at this. I mean, what is that? What about Allah will make your face soft? Look at this. The translation here is false. It says, in that day, other faces will be calm. It doesn't say that. Yawma idin na'ima wujuhun na'ima. Their faces will be soft. Here we go. Allah will make your face skin soft. What do you want more? Hmm? High garden. There's the low garden and high garden. In there, you will not hear any bad things. And nobody news, no CNN. Therein, there's a gushing spring. Okay, nice to meet you. Therein will be couches which is raised higher. You know, you will not have those Bedouin Arab. They don't have they don't know even what couch is. Like they hear of it. That people who live in cities, they have them, the Persian, the Roman, but the Arab don't have. So here we go. Allah, he promised the Bedouin he will have a raised couches. He will go. You will have you will have you know, a globets. You will have cups right in front of you. Look at these cushions here. I mean, what do you want more? Do you see this cushions? Finally, we will have cushions. What is this? Carpet. And after that, from speaking about the heaven, look, Allah, he jumped to speak about how the camel is created. What does have to do with this? We were talking about the cushions, the carpet, the couch, and then suddenly, do you see how the camel is created? What does have to do with this? And then Allah, he compared the camel and how the heaven is raised. I mean, what's wrong with? What is the connection about how the camel is created and the heaven is raised? And then Allah cannot keep his mouth shut. Here we go. Now he arrived where he want to say to us that the earth is a flat. You see here in the translation it says, don't you see how the earth is spread? It doesn't say that. It says sutihat. It made a flat. Liars. The Arabic here, sutihat. You can ask anyone who speak Arabic, they will tell you that sutihat mean flat. Don't you see how the earth was made flat? And the heaven was raised. The heaven was raised since when? And the mountain was set up. What do you mean mountain was set up? According to Islam, they believe the Quran teaching here that Allah He placed the mountains in the top of the earth, but this is false. The mountains are coming from deep inside the earth. I mean, we are just reading one page. Look how many disaster in it. We are reading chapter 88. This is God talking. And do you know what the gushing spring will be in heaven? Who remember? Somebody's saying he want to hear a Christian Prince. So who am I? His shadow? No. In the heaven, yeah, in the heaven there is a river. It's called the Nile and Euphrates. Yes, but there is a spring. Anyone remember? Anyone remember the spring? This is a spring. This is not the river. We are talking about different thing now. Who remember? How many of you watched the Pirate of the Caribbean? And they will have found the fountain of youth. Do you remember? Did you watch it? In the heaven of Allah, there's the fountain of youth. Actually, in the Quran, there's a prophet. His name is Al-Khudr. Al-Khudr. His name Al-Khudr means green. Green. Why his name is green? Who remember? Yeah, Salsabil. Who remember why he was called the green? Let us see how many of you remember. He was called the green because he drank from the fountain of youth. And because of that, if he even set his ass over a dry grass, the grass will turn green. That's why they call him Mr. Green. If you go in the Quran, you will find the story. You can read in chapter 18. You will find the story here that Allah, Musa supposedly, he asked Allah, there is somebody he knows more than me between your prophets? Allah, he said, yes, there's a guy, his name is Al-Khudr. Then Musa, he said to him, how I'm going to see Al-Khudr? Who is this guy? Where he live? So Allah, he told him, go and meet him and take with you a whale. The Muslim, they translate it as a fish. And Allah gave him a sign. When your fish go to life, or the fish is dead or the whale is dead. So when your fish or whale come back to life, that's mean you are in the right spot. You will find him there. So what happened? They took Musa's. He traveled with a guy. His name is Noon, and Noon mean whale. That's what Noon is. Which is funny. Even the servant, his name is Noon. So when they arrive to a certain area, they wanted, like they sat next to the spring of water to wash, to drink, or whatever, and then looked like a drop of the water hit the whale, and the whale came back to life, and he ran away. When they reached the point where the two seas meet, translation here is very funny. I mean, this guy who translating is an idiot. When the two meet, what two meet? It says, anyway. That fish, it took away in the water and run free. Okay, but the fish is dead. How the fish run? You know, the Quran doesn't say details. Read the Quran is a stupid book. In order to understand what is happening here, you have to go and read the hadith where Muhammad tell the story. And then they wanted to eat the fish. Musa, he asked his servant to bring the fish to eat it. The guy, he said, oh, look like the fish ran away. And then after the fish ran away, they decide, okay, where would the fish should be run away? It must be next to that spring. So they went back. And this fish, when she swim in the ocean, wherever she swim, what is behind her became a road from rocks inside the ocean. So then Musa, he walked in that road and he arrived and he found Al-Khadr sitting in the top of a mate in the middle of the ocean. Actually, maybe we can find the hadith. Let us see. Yeah, here we go. Here you will see the story how Moses and the guy, and you see his servant, his name Yeshua ben Nun. I mean, even they make names, you know, they make Jewish names, they make them up. So and let us see here, we will find the fountain of youth in the hadith. And look here, do you see what I told you? So they came back retracting their steps, and then they found in the sea the way of the fish looking like a tunnel. So the fish is swimming, but when she swim, all the water turned to rock. So there was astonishing event for his attendant, and there was tunnel for the fish. When they reached the rock, they found a man covered with the garment, and that is Al-Khudr. But I'm trying to find you where is the fountain. Hold on. I hope it's in this hadith. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. They arrive at the rock. There was a water spring called Al-Hayat, the fountain of life. Do you see it? And here it says, and none come in touch with this water but becomes alive. Do you see it? This is Islam. So the fountain of youth is exist in Islam long before. And by the way, fountain of youth is exist before Islam, have nothing to do with Arab. It's an old Persian legends. There's an old story about a guy. His name is Gilgamesh. I don't know if you heard of him in history. Who he wanted to find the fountain of youth and wisdom. So he was going and he searched for it, you know. But this is Islam. The fish, how the fish, the Muslim, they want to explain how the fish come back to life. Simply she drank from the fountain of youth. And the Muslim, this is Sahih Bukhari, they cannot say it's a lie, by the way. They can't say it's a lie. This is Sahih Bukhari and this is the hadith. Because I know them, they will say it's weak. Now, maybe next time we can read the whole story and we go in details in this funny fiction, stupid cartoon story. But this is Islam, and this is what Islam is about. And who is the one who's talking? What do you think, Abdul? We have a 21 dislike Abdul. We have 601 like non-Abdul. Here we go. The Abdul dislike what I'm saying. I'm reading their book. They dislike it. Did I lie? Did I say something is not true? It's in front of you. Why you're upset? Do you really believe there's a fountain? We drink from it, we became green and we became youth? If you remember, there's a video made by the Deen Show. They got a guy from Egypt. He have a PhD in Islam. He's a sheikh. So he was saying, when you enter the heaven, there is two drink. You have to drink. One drink, you drink it, you will become tall. You will become 60-meter tall like Prophet Adam. And will make you so white. Will make you what? So white. And the other drink, you drink it, you is going to take all the hate is inside you and bad things. So this is the first drink you drink when you enter heaven. Salsabila. You drink it. It's like what is called this Alice and the Wonderland. She ate from the cheese, something like that, or drink. I'm not sure. And then she became small, and then she became big again. Like, you know, this is God, and this is heaven, and this is Islam, and this is what you want me to believe in. Why I cannot enter heaven with my size? I mean, why I have to go and be 60-meter tall? What's wrong with me now? Like I am now 12-meter only. What's wrong with that? My size is not good. And why I have to be white? Anyway, so we did not really do like a big study in this book today, but in based on what we saw is enough to prove that this is very stupid cult. And if you believe in it, you are believing in fictions and madness. What is that? What fish go back to life for drinking water, and it's a water of youth? Al-Khadr. By the way, Al-Khadr, do you know Al-Khadr? He attended how many funerals? How many of you remember? The guy, his name here, Al-Khadr. How many funerals he attend? Because this guy, he drank from the fountain of youth, so he will never die. That's it. So he attend the funeral of Noah, and he attend the funeral of Harun, and he attend the funeral of Prophet Muhammad. All of this because he drank from the fountain of youth. And for sure now he's alive. He's listening to us, you know. I bet you he have a smart phone in his hand now, and he's listening to us. Yeah, I'm not going to stay long, but anyway, As you see, this is a very stupid cult, and if you are smart, you cannot really believe in it. I don't know how smart you are. This is depend to you. I mean, how you think, how you make decisions, but there is no way you want to believe in this. And me myself, I don't want to believe that there's a God who says, I'm going to give you a bracelet if you believe in me. That is not even a good gift for a kid. What about smartphone? What about 4K or big screen TV? What about unlimited subscribe to Netflix in heaven? What we will do in heaven? Sitting in the couches, having sex all day? That's it? How boring. And sex and food, sex and food, sex and food, sex. There's no fishing, there's no hunting, there's no hiking. Sex and food, sex and food. Everybody having sex and food, sex and food. They are not even talking. There's no talking. Effing and eating. I will spend my eternity just doing this. And what after that? I mean, what the accomplishment we did? Is that the happiness really? What about love? I mean, the whole Quran, by the way, never mentioned that you will be in heaven and you will have love. You will not make love, you will have sex. Muhammad, he says, dahman, dahman. You will be pushing hard, hard. I'm not going to go explain to you what he says. It's a dirty, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The man, he will be dahman, dahman. He will like boo, 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 non-stop, like very strong pushing. This is a prophet of God describing for us how we will F in heaven. Dahman, dahman. And our orgasm is 70 years orgasm. I mean, what about 1 year orgasm? So the year after we go vacation. What about we have 1 year orgasm and 1 year sleep? Take a break. 70 years orgasm. What we would do with that? Why a human being? He needs 70 years orgasm. Ronnie is asking for reference next time because now I'm going to go soon. But as you see, there's no way. Just remind me next time we go on air, Ronnie. We will show you the reference. Actually, if you have my book Sex and Allah, you have all the reference and a lot more. Actually, here we are not mentioning not even 1%. But as you see, there's no way a human being, he have a little brain, he will believe in such a garbage. Chapter 18, by the way, is the best for fun if you like to read something. All chapter 18 is a copy paste from legends people believe before Muhammad. Like here is the story of Alexander the Great, how he found the sun set in a murky water. And by the way, in the Middle East, yes, the sun set in a murky water. Not only the sun, all of us, we are in murky water. I mean, the God who believed the sun set in murky water, how murky he is. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to stay longer. I want to say thank you for being here. I will try tomorrow. If I can be here, I will. If not, maybe the day after. Until then, I say may the Lord bless you. And thank you for those who support us by every mean, in every way. And we appreciate you all. We pray that the Lord will give us always what we need to make us happy and make everybody happy. Happiness have nothing to do with big penis. Happiness is not about having a lot of food. It's about having, what about having enough food? What about having enough money to cover our life? What about having enough health to stay healthy? Appreciation, it should be for what enough, not for a lot, because a lot is not need or no need for. It's useless, it's stupid. This is cannot be from God. Happiness have nothing to do even with being so rich. Actually, richness bring corruption. Look around you. You will see billionaires, they die because they take doses of drugs and madness, because simply when they become rich, they lose their mind. Everything is in their hand. Whatever they want, they can have, and then they find themselves they are empty. So appreciate what you have, because maybe if you have more than what you have, you will be something evil. You will be something disgusting. You will not be you. You will not be the good person who you are. So be happy with what you have. You know, a human being don't remember how nice to have teeth until one day he have a pain in one of them. Then he will remember. He will say to himself, wow, I was enjoying my teeth for years, and now look what happened. One day of pain. So people don't appreciate what they have until they lose it. So don't wait for that point where you lose what you have. People who don't appreciate it is going to be taken away from them. Same as your life. If you don't appreciate your life, it's going to be taken away from you, and you will not deserve to have it as it's given to you first time. So I pray that all of us, we will learn how to appreciate that God, he gave us a gift that we can think, we can recognize, and this is why the Bible says examine the spirit. And by giving us that opportunity, that's mean he gave us the ability, and give us the ability, that's mean we are really giving the tools to think and to be wise. So why you will not be? This is the book in the front of you, and you be the judge. It cannot be from God. This is a bunch of fiction stories. There's no way a person who have a little education will come with it. A person who is copying legions of many nations before him, claiming that God told him those legions. By doing that, he exposed himself. Chapter 18 in the Quran is the best chapter to make everybody laugh at Islam. It's a collection of stupidity. And we appreciate that the Lord always he gave us wisdom so we can recognize and we can see. We are not like a bunch of programmed animals who they do things because they are created to do it. God, he made of us different creation. And God is good. So remember always. And yeah, thank you for the prayer for those who they are saying get well. And you know, I'm getting better. It's good to be sick sometime, as I said, because you don't appreciate how healthy you are until one day you get sick. This is how a human being is, you know. So everything happened for a reason, and even what you think it can be bad, it might be good, to remind you that you need always to have a balance in your life. A health we have, we don't appreciate. Food we have, we don't appreciate. A roof we have, we don't appreciate. There's people they don't even have a roof. There's people don't have even food. There's people they cannot go to school. There's people they dream to have a computer like you. Go and see in Asia, poor kids, you know, like having a computer is like a dream. What and they don't have internet. It's so expensive. It's extremely impossible. They are poor, you know. I mean, you will not know really how lucky you are until you go and see. And when you see, you'll find that you are not poor. You are extremely rich compared to those people. So we have always to learn the appreciation. And you know, the funny, like I went in Asia, and I visited villages where poor people are so poor, extremely poor, but you will not believe it how nice they are, and everybody is laughing. I mean, I was feeling like sorry for them, but I don't know if I feel sorry for them or sorry for myself, because I'm not happy like they are. A small tiny room, there's 5 children and their father and their mother, one room. There's no kitchen, there's nothing, and you should see the roof, you should see the floor, you should see, I mean, and they are happy. And they are very decent, they are very nice, very beautiful. But at the end of the day, please learn how to appreciate, so the Lord will give you more. With this, I want to say thank you. May the Lord bless you. Until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.